Hi, this video is going to be on substitution. We are going to be plugging in values. You just have to be really careful with the order of operations, and you have to be careful with the parentheses since the signs of numbers. So this topic is pretty easy. Just be careful when you plug things in that you use parentheses and watch the exponents on the calculator. You're going to want to make sure that you are using parentheses anytime you raise something to a power. So I hope that you do well, and if you have questions, please ask. Sorry, sometime I'll stop being a spaz. All right, so just to check, I guess I'm not going to stop being a spaz yet. I don't know why that keeps happening. All right, so when we're doing these problems, we are going to use parentheses anytime we substitute, especially when the number is negative. So to begin, b is 3. So 3 squared minus a negative 4 minus a negative, so you might want to put that in parentheses, close it, plus 2 squared. So again, on this one, I'm going to give you the answers in case you don't want to watch the video so that you can just look and check your answers. So for number 1, you should get 16. For number 2, negative 1/7. Number 3, you should get 1/2. If you're not getting these answers, you could just go through and then fast forward to that question. 4 is negative 12, and 5 is 6. So these are the answers for these problems. So you can just do it on your own, check your answers. Then I'll include the answers for the triads also. For number 3, you should get 12. For number 4, you should get 116. All right, so feel free not to listen to this if you don't care to. I'm gonna go through and do each of these. So when we're doing this one, we're gonna get 9. A negative makes a positive, so it's negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3 plus 2 squared, which is 4. This becomes 9 plus 3, because again, we have two negatives next to each other, plus 4, left to right. 9 plus 3 is 12, 12 plus 4 is 16. So check, we did it right. For 2, 3 times 2, oh, let's try that again. 3 times negative 1 plus 2 squared divided by negative 4 minus 3. So we have 3 times a negative 1 is negative 3 plus 2 in parentheses squared divided by negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. If I do the math here, negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1 squared divided by negative 7. So this will be tricky if you don't use parentheses. You have to do a parenthesis, then a negative 1, close the parenthesis, then square it. Remember, a negative times a negative should always become positive. So positive 1 divided by negative 7 will give us an answer of negative 1/7. Keep the fraction, don't put it as a decimal, please. In 3, 3 times 2 times a negative 1 divided by a negative 4 minus negative 1 squared. So we're going to multiply the numerator. 3 times 2 times negative 1 is negative 6 divided by negative 4 minus a negative 1 squared again. A negative times a negative should become positive, so that should just become 1. Negative 6 divided by negative 4, if you type that into your calculator, we're going to get 3/2 minus 1. Final answer, 1/2. Number 4, we get a negative 2, and then we get the absolute value of a 2 plus 2 times negative 4. All inside the absolute value. So we get negative 2. We get 2 minus 8 inside the absolute value. Treat the absolute value like a parenthesis. You have to do that first. So negative 2 times the absolute value of negative 6. The absolute value of negative 6 becomes negative 2 times 6, which is negative 12. And then 5, we get negative 3 times negative 4 divided by, and then this large chunk of absolute value. 2 times 3 minus 4 times -1 all over 2 times 3 plus -1. Close that. -3 times -4 is 12 divided by, we get 6 plus 4 on the top. We get 6 minus 1 on the bottom. So we get 10. 12 divided by the absolute value of 10 over 5, which is 12 divided by 2, which equals 6. If you are following along, I would suggest you try these 2 Eutroids by themselves, or these 3. See if you can get these answers. Those 2, sorry. I will do the work, but again, you should pause it, try it on your own, see if you can get those numbers. Sorry, I definitely negative. If you struggled and you try it 4, just be really careful. Most common mistake is people add the -4 and the 6 first. So just be careful not to do that. Watch your signs. As you can see, I forgot to bring down my negative sign. So there's lots of little spots where you can make a mistake. Otherwise, nice job and good luck on your model problems. Let me know when you're done by sending me a message. Thank you.